One, two, get down. Paid the cost to be the boss. Paid the cost to be the boss. I paid the cost to be the boss. Look at me. You know what to see. See a bad mother. Look at me. You know what to see. See a bad mother. Paid the cost to be the boss. Paid the cost to be the boss. Look at me. Know what to see? See a bad mother. Huh. Told you so. Told you so. Having fun, got money fun. 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 'Cause I paid the cost to be the boss. Paid the cost to be the boss. Paid the cost to be the boss. Cross the tracks, turn my back. Cross the tracks, turn my back. Paid the cost to be the boss. I'm a bad mother. I'm a bad mother. Heading for the turnaround. Heading for the turnaround. Told you so. Paid the cost to be the boss.
Hey, when I came in, I heard you guys rehearsing my tune. If it's cool, let's get together and do it.
Yeah,
Okay?
sure.
Hey, well, let's do it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sounds so good tonight. Hey. I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired of on my own. Won't you help me, girl, just as soon as you can? Yeah, people say that I found a way to make you say that you love just thinking about it. And oh, my. You see, I'm tired of being all wrapped up in my dreams every night without you, baby. Hey, sometime I wonder. Oh, I sit down and I wonder. Chicago, I wonder if you love me, love me. If the girl really loved me, if she loved me just like she says she do. 'Cause I've been thinking about your love, baby. Ooh, baby. Sometime I have to fold my arms and say, ooh, yeah, I have to say that needing you has proven to me to be my greatest dream. Hey,
Hey, what's up, everybody? I was tired of being alone, so I thought I'd go live. I had the impulse to go live, so whenever I get the impulse, I have to ride on it. That's that's the way I go live, is on impulse. It's hard for me to schedule a live, and like whenever I feel obligated to it, I feel it's like a job, and it's not a job to shit on this cook on a duck. I just shit on this cuck on a duck on impulse. Hey, what's up, the den? First one stopping in. Hey, what's up, Tony? Thanks for stopping in. Let's see. Wayne says they don't make music like this no more, bro. Freaking classic. Well, it's late. It's the after party. I had to put on something, something soulful. What up, Platinum Pyro? That's your fireworks guy. If anybody is interested in any fireworks, 4th of July coming up, uh, or anything like that. Yeah, man, I appreciate you big time. What's up, Spencer? Hey, good morning, Thick and Glorious. Potato Pope, dark as shit. We may have a special guest here soon. I really don't know what I'm doing. I just hit live and thought I'd see where it go. Is anybody? What's been going on the YouTube streets? I was hoping the chat would help. I've been watching Martin. Is it not crazy? It's hard to wrap your head around how stupid this mofo is. Like, Spencer said he's got a new phone today, so he don't even know what's been going on. Man, there's so much going on in these YouTube streets, it's hard to keep track of for sure. Linda, she's been laying the law down on Martin. And I've thought for a long time, I've thought what we need is a female that will go toe to toe with Martin. And I always said that would really shut him up. and it has shut him up for now. Anyways, shout out to Linda the Wolf. Yeah, iPhone 14. That's a big upgrade from an iPhone 7, Spencer. That's a huge upgrade, dude. Has anybody seen this new channel? Let's see if I can find it. It's called Viral Clips. Somebody was telling me about it. Let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah, I shared it just a minute ago. This is funny as hell, guys. Just give me 1 second. Hey, what's up, Joe Barron? I'll put the link out if anybody wants to come up. All right, I got it. Shout out to whoever's behind this channel. I just want to say thanks to everybody for all the birthday wishes too, by the way. Yeah, big thanks for all the happy birthdays. It was one of the better birthdays I've had in a while. Yeah, thanks, Spencer.
Spreading around about me being caught at Dillon State Park having sexual relations with a deaf man and everything. They're going around, telling everyone how I have AIDS and had to have most of my colon removed. And it's ridiculous, really. And the whole crack squad thing. I mean, come on.
Is that not ridiculous or what, guys? Hey, what up, old school Tyler? There's the link, Tyler, if you want to come up, man. If not, completely understandable. All right, here's the most recent one.
Look, here's the thing. You guys keep coming at me like I'm supposed to be ashamed of my past decisions. But let me tell you something. When you've been fucked as many times as I have at Dillon State Park by John Westlake and being caught by the park ranger, what all I've been through, dealing with losing most of my colon and contracting AIDS, you can't tear me down, Mr. Picture of a Rusty Truck. Look, here's the thing. You guys keep coming at me like I'm supposed to be ashamed of my past decisions. But let me tell you something. When you've been fucked as many times as I have at Dillon State Park by John Westlake and being caught by the park ranger, what all I've been through, dealing with losing most of my colon and contracting AIDS, you can't tear me down, Mr. Picture of a Rusty Truck. Look, here's the thing. You guys keep coming at me like I'm supposed to be ashamed of my past decisions. But let me tell you something. When you've been fucked as many times as I have
All
at Dillon
right,
State Park by
that was rewinding. I thought it was still continuing to play. That's the most honest I've ever heard that dude. Holy shit.
and it's like these people just keep telling
Am I
stories,
tripping?
spreading around about me being caught at Dillon State Park having sexual relations with a deaf man and everything. They're all removed, and it's just It's ridiculous, really.
Good
And
Lord.
the whole crack squad thing. I mean, come on.
Hey, what's up,
And
Honey
it's
Badger?
like these people just keep telling stories,
Crack
spreading
Squad.
around
Shout
about
out
me
to
being
Crack
caught at
Squad.
Dillon State Park having sexual relations with a deaf man and everything. They're going around, telling everyone how I have AIDS and had to have most of my colon removed. And it's just,
Good Lord.
Listen here, I don't give a fuck what you think about my lifestyle. Who cares if my mom brings us meth? And who cares that I had sex with Josh Cole and got the clap? Do you think it's right that Johnny can have sex with men but I can't? Is it really any of your business though? Listen here, I don't give a fuck what you think about my lifestyle. Who cares if my mom
Yeah, you didn't even need AI for that.
Or have other people gone through this where you meet someone and they're just hot. Well, and the more time goes on, they just start to look gross. When I met Mandy, she was just the most beautiful thing in the world. And now I just look at her and I cringe internally. It's like I would much rather watch porn on OnlyFans than have sex with her. Or have other people gone through this where you meet someone and they're just hot. Well, and the more time goes on, they just start to look gross. When I met Mandy, she was just the most beautiful thing. Yo, what's up, guys? It's literally
Melinda puts that big black strap on. She claps my cheeks possibly better than any man ever has.
Good
Melinda-
Lord.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's literally wild. You know what I mean? Like, I've just been sitting here enjoying life, drinking a little bit. And I watch Ice Mick call my girlfriend a water buffalo. And the more I look at her, the more I see it. Is it just me? Yo, what's up, guys? It's literally wild.
Yeah, that's what I said, Honey Badger.
Here lately,
Martin, he
Here,
made a post saying that he tattletelling to the army recruiters that Linda the Wolf is being mean to him on YouTube. Did anybody catch that? Hey, what's up, Riffit? Sorry, I didn't mean to miss anybody. What's going on, Riffit? Spencer? Honey Badger? Gemini? What's up, my fellow Geminis? Gemini season. Yeah, I wanted to ask Joe what was up with this. This is a lot to read. I read it earlier. I don't want to read it again. Joe Barron, you're still listening, man. I'd like to figure out what's up with this here. Is anybody in the chat? Joe, if you're still in the chat, man. There he is. There's the man, speak of the devil. Yo, what's up, bro? What's up, man, with this here?
Yeah, that's wild. That's too close for comfort, Shoddy.
With the post, man. Huh?
Yeah, fucking Izzard County was just inundated with all kinds of federal authorities trying to get this guy.
This is the real? Like, this is legit?
Yeah, he got caught.
Holy shit, bro.
1.5 miles from the prison. You want me to
Says
read
he
it?
tried.
Melton
Yeah.
says Hardin had tried to camouflage his clothing and appeared to have help from a band of rogue gypsy Amish sect with whom a local rancher, Joseph Barron, has been in a violent, protracted property dispute with. The land dispute revolves around mineral rights and an old plot lines that the Amish sect assert prove their ownership of Barron's land. It is unclear if it was Barron's canine unit that caught the scent, thus the reward may be contested by others.
Elvis, man.
Yeah, we thank all the resources and technology Mr. Barron assisted with the capturing of the hardened inmate, an official Barrendorf spokesman declared after the press conference. So my guess is I'm going to have trouble collecting this reward because all of the cops had their bloodhounds and they're going to say that their scent caught it. Well, I mean, obviously Elvis fucking caught the scent and, literally probably led, a lot of the federal authorities right to him. So I don't know if I'm going to fight it. I just may Just may let other people collect the reward. I don't want any.
So
Don't
what
want
was
any.
this guy doing exactly though? Like,
Oh, he killed a dude. He raped a guy, and he got
holy
out of
shit,
the. He
holy
got out of
shit.
the prison. He dressed up in a prison uniform or like a officer, a prison worker uniform, and just walked right out.
Sly, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he knew he was a former like cop. He was a shitty cop. Like he bounced around all through Arkansas, and they said that he just didn't follow a lot of procedures and stuff, and he was really bad. But he killed some
So,
dude,
had you
and
been seeing this guy and you just didn't know like, who he was or what? You know, had you seen him before?
no, he's been on the loose for the
Oh,
last
okay.
3 weeks,
Oh,
hiding in.
I thought you might like had ran into him, but like, you know, if you don't know, you don't know. You know what I mean?
Fuck no! I had to check that. Remember that hippie shelter that guy built in my woods? I was checking that every week or every couple days, make sure that there was no fucking escaped
Fucking
inmate in there. But
yeah, or any like science projects.
yeah, there's a lot of caves in this area. So, and he knew all of this northern Arkansas, north central Arkansas, and he knew the terrain and stuff. So they were going around checking these caves and stuff and looking for him farther away. But he was only a mile and a half from the where he escaped. That's wild.
That is very wild. He's an ugly dude for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's where Martin strikes again. He literally, man, saying that he's calling Linda's the wolf where she's in the army. He's saying that he spoke to the recruiters. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, but who's to say he didn't? You know what I mean?
That's messy.
Like he's already got the idea in his head. Who's to say he won't or hasn't? You don't usually come up with ideas and thoughts like that unless you know you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, plan on doing it. Yeah.
Like you're right. Like why else would you be like thinking thoughts like this unless you was planning on trying? And that was the thing that he got me. You know, he kept saying that he was snitching to the cops, telling the cops that Dr. Lovestain was being mean to him. It's, it's like after so many times of hearing you got snitched on, you kind of start to believe it. Like, why would somebody be saying that they talk to the cops about you unless they talk to the cops about you? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't, you know, he's full of shit though too. He's an interesting character, man.
Yes, he is.
Thanks, Honey Badger. I appreciate that. Rippet said, "Damn, Joe, stand on that."
Yeah, but
Man,
see, I don't want like the press and stuff coming, and
yeah,
doing all kinds of exposés and
they're always like,
I'm not looking for heroes being a hero's welcome and accolades and parades and 4th of July, key
the
to the
news, man.
city. Yeah, I don't need
Especially,
that.
especially in Arkansas, bro. The news is always like, you know, they're hungry. They're for
Yeah,
some news. I'd say there's not much news there in
true.
Arkansas. You know what I mean? They're probably like,
The big thing out here is the rain, like, oh, we got 4 inches of rain in Fulton County, or like it's because this is the rainy season. It just rains all damn day. But yeah. So what's going on in Johnson County?
Johnson
Anything to
County.
report?
They put the golf course, man. Here, I'll pull that up It's on New Buck's channel. Somebody, have you seen the golf game that New Buck plays?
Yes.
Somebody, man, I don't know how they did it. I guess they took a drone and I don't know how they did it, but they put the Paintsville golf course in that game.
Hmm. How
No
is that
shit.
possible? Like as a
I
hack?
don't know. No, it's real. Rich said he played it.
Huh. Is it a ranked like golf course? It's not like a community. It's like a good golf course?
Yeah, it's expensive as hell
Yeah.
to play in real life. I forget how much they charge, but they're expensive.
You ever played golf, Shawty?
I did a couple times in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I played um frisbee golf. All right, here it is. Disc golf. You ever played disc golf?
No, that's for facts.
I mean, don't diss it till you try it. I hated it. But yeah, dude, here it is. This is the graphics. Is that not crazy?
Yeah. Huh.
Hey, what's up, Red Eye Patriot? I appreciate that.
Red Eye, when are you gonna put out some new tracks? We wanna hear your acoustic chops. You got to get some microphones, and I think last time we talked, you said you were having some audio problems and stuff. You gotta. That's money well spent, because you're good. You gotta do what you need to do to get some good audio to make that stuff sound even better. But you get some good audio, and
Yeah,
you know,
well, most, you, if you're playing the guitar and you're trying to record yourself with a phone, it's hard to your breathing. It picks up your breathing.
well, it's not like you're gonna have your phone by your ear or by your face. You have to set it in front of you,
You'd need
right?
a pickup where you could put it in the guitar and you could plug it into like a computer.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah. You know she pisses standing up. I would not want to fuck with her.
Let's see, what's this one here? New Book put out a cover, man. Do you see that?
No.
Yeah, let's check out New Buck's cover. If I can find it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only.
Early in the morning when the sun goes rise, laying in the bed with bloodshot eyes. Late in the evening when the sun seems low, that's about the time I rooster crows. I got women up and down this creek, keep me running in my ancient heat. Run me ragged, but I don't fret, 'cause it ain't anyone to slow me down again. Keep me drinking that moonshine, get me higher than a grocery bill, make my We've been slipping that cocaine, dreaming of the better when the wind comes cold. Oh, that's somebody hard, baby. Damn good feeling my knees roll. Well, I got people trying to tell me red.
New Buck getting down with it.
And then you wind up dead. Cast your troubles on the Lord of Lords. And I pity in the concrete floor. I got buddies up the White House Road. They keep me strutting when my feet hang low. Rock up whiskey gonna ease my pain. All this running's gonna keep me sane. Get me drinking that way.
Or I'm not sure if it's keeping on like replaying itself or what. What'd you think about that, Joe? Chat?
Is I couldn't pick up too much of the lyrics. Is that an original song?
No,
Wait.
he's covering Tyler Childers.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's what I gotcha. Well,
I hate to be
butchered it.
this. I hate to be this guy that plays music like whenever they're right in a conversation on a live, but I really want Joe to hear this song, and I want Red Eye Patriot to hear this song. If y'all don't care, after this, we got a guest coming up too. I'm pretty sure, but check this out, Joe. Chat. Yeah, Red Eye Patriot will like this one too.
With Geico, we can easily bundle home car insurance and save even more.
Yeah, just try that breakfast burrito.
There isn't too much hot sauce, is there? I have a sensitive palate.
Shoveling in the overhays, sifting off most of my days for a B1 bomber that'll blow your mind. Listen to the sound of glass, hunting someone else's nap for a B1 bomber from Flint map time. Then all of a sudden, I'm watching it leave off the ground and in the Hawkeye's pocket. Squat biscuits and a broke leg stream, flying saucers in my hunting dreams. In the center of the shuttle, I can hear a banjo break. Happens every now and then. If you're lucky, they will let you in. If you show on time and show up straight. Now the walkway's folding, getting ready to leave. Hawk highways goodbye inside a smile. Hired cricket and younger than me, covered up in fancy rocks and relics. Wind sharper than a green flint spear, it's hard enough to fall a deer. Oh dear, I swear I feel it's true. Lips of imperial red, rock of ages in my riverbed. I have no earthly jewels for you. Coming home empty-handed, but a finally see, covered up in fancy rocks and wrecks. Thank you very much.
Man, that was when that's poetry right there, man. That's poetry right there.
How old is that song, Shawty?
Uh, that was posted 5 years ago. That's country though, man. You know, that's country, bro.
He mentions Hawkeye smiling and waving goodbye. Is that like a
Yeah,
reference to MASH, the TV show MASH?
maybe,
That's what
man.
that's what happens in in the show. He waves goodbye to BJ Honeycutt, and then BJ Honeycutt,
Yeah, and he's
his
talking about the bombers. Yeah,
his chopper crashes afterwards. I don't know if that is. He could be talking about something.
I think
completely
you're right,
different.
man. I think you're right. I think you're right. It's crazy to think that he's from Paintsville.
Something in the water, ain't so.
Yeah.
And Johnny got the backwash. There's something good
So,
in the water in Paintsville because there's a lot of musical artists, but then again,
something good in the math.
the, Johnny's drinking the sewage water or something. I can't
He
believe what
said
an
people.
idiot that guy still is. I mean, just a complete fucking moron. You know, he's not getting any better. He's devolving into just a human scumbag all the way around. There's no way. It's like a swirling toilet water. He's just slowly going down the tubes. Gobble, get your
I
shit
feel
together. If you're
like
listening,
people is
Gobble, you stupid scum fuck, just fucking get it together. Because there's hundreds of people on YouTube that are sick and fucking tired of you. And one of these days, somebody's gonna catch you. You're not gonna have your phone there to video it, but somebody's gonna catch you, you dumb fuck. Get your act together, fuckface. All right, that's it. That's all I got for Gobble. But yeah, you have to
I feel
let
like
it out.
I feel like
Sometimes.
people are slowly. I feel like people are slowly more getting burnt out on Gobble.
Yeah, yeah, you would have
I
to. It's
feel
not
like,
like yeah, he
and dude,
doesn't.
it seems like Martin is picking up the slack though. Like I'm seeing people everywhere, man, hating on Martin.
Yeah, well, Johnny, it's not like to know him is to love him. The more you know Gobble, the more you despise him. He's not an endearing individual. He has very little positive human traits and a lot of terrible characteristics and mannerisms, and you can kind of tell where his angle is on stuff because he's such a dumb person, you know.
Straight out of options. Man, as Easy would say, that's crazy work right there, man. That's crazy. Hey, what's up, Wheats Art? Good to see you. Hey, what's up, Chandelier? I don't think I said hello to you. Good, thanks for stopping in and hanging.
Shadi, is the Dairy Queen back in business in Paintsville?
It never shut down.
I thought they had some issue, a fire or something. No.
It was a building that was right next to it.
Ah,
I'm still not sure whatever had come from that. I'm sure it was probably a meth lab. I mean, I don't know. Uh, yeah, I don't really eat Dairy Queen a lot. I don't really like it. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's not some place you go for a burger or anything.
it's expensive.
Do you got a Sonic by you, Shotty?
There used to be a Sonic in Paintsville, and they shut it down.
They shut it down, huh?
Yeah, they turned it into a car wash. Yeah.
Huh.
Are you a Sonic guy?
Not a fan. I sometimes if I go to like a town like 50 miles north of me, there's one, and I may stop there for a chili dog or something, but I don't have that by me.
Do you have cookouts around where you live?
Cookout? What do you mean, like people cooking out?
No, it's a restaurant called Cookout.
No.
They're all over like the southeast.
Oh,
You never heard of a cookout?
no. No.
That's crazy. Cookout's pretty awesome, man. It's like a Sonic, but way better.
Uh,
Come on, somebody in the chat has to ate at a cookout before.
I saw a couple big old turkeys in the field by me, and it looked like there was like a tire in my
Some
pasture.
Johnny Gobstoppers.
The grass was, or the grass in the pasture is pretty high, but I just saw just their bodies and stuff, and I didn't want to peg them with some lead because then I didn't want to pluck any feathers or anything. So gonna get them later when it's in season.
This is a cookout.
Oh
You never seen one?
no, no.
Dude, I'll show you another restaurant that's like they're only in like eastern Tennessee. I think there's a couple. There's a few in Virginia, but they're only in eastern Tennessee, bro.
What about
Check this
racks?
place out.
You ever hear of
It's
this?
called
Racks?
Pals.
Pals?
Yeah, there used to be one. There used to be a Rex in Paintsville back in the
Yeah.
day.
How about
Yeah, this is dude. They're
Noggles?
all like they're everywhere in eastern Tennessee.
You ever hear of Noggles?
Noggles.
Yeah.
I've heard of
Mexican.
Weagles, the gas station.
No, Noggles was a Mexican restaurant in the 80s. There's still some of them around, but they kind of sucked. But, when shitty fast food restaurants are around and they suck, they don't last long. I went to this.
Nah, dude, the food business is a risky business to get into. I feel like.
Oh, yeah. If you feel like you want to lose money in a hurry, open up a restaurant. Some jerk off opened up an Italian restaurant about 60 miles north of me, and I went there. I hadn't had Italian food in a while, except when I go up to Chicago, and so I ordered this veal parmesan, and an appetizer was like fried mushrooms, with cheese or something, cheese fried mushrooms or something, and a drink, and it turned out to be $42 altogether, 50 with a tip. But
And that's a good. That's a good tip.
Well, I mean, $50 for one guy, one person, and it was a lousy meal. It was like food service. Like it wasn't like they pounded out a veal parmesan and did it themselves. It was like something that they bought, institution food, and then heated it up and it came with like pasta, which was lousy spaghetti and terrible marinara. But I was happy to see this place was open less than 75 days, and in less than 75 days they closed their doors. I went there one time, but that's the reason why is rural Arkansas, it don't fly if you're charging $40 a meal for lousy Italian food. So I was pretty
No,
happy to
dude, I'd expect like a
yeah.
good steak.
Yeah, I was kind of happy to see them closed. Took my money, you bastards.
Rip it said Runza is the name of my best burgers around me. I'm
Runs.
gonna look it up. Sounds good. Holy shit, this does look good. You got the munchies, Joe, like me?
No, I had grilled cheese and tomato soup. So good.
Yeah, Red Eye, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Well, that does
This
look
is a
good.
Runza, bro. Looks like a Philly cheesesteak kind of.
Hmm. Looks like they make their own bread.
I'm gonna have to check into that. Rip it. I was actually telling Rich Newbuck about Lee's chicken, Red Eye. Uh, are you a fan of KFC, Joe?
No.
There's a couple of restaurants in Eastern Kentucky. There's only a couple of them. It's called Lee's. It's like a KFC, but it's like KFC on steroids.
Hmm.
If you know, you know, man. Red Eye Patriot knows. We keep looking at food, you're gonna get hungry. I feel like Martin now. That's all he talks about is food.
I had a upside down pineapple cake that was, and it was smoked upside down pineapple cake. Damn, that was good. I mean, so good that like I had this. I said, "Give me that fucking recipe. I can make this shit." But can you imagine that smoked upside down pineapple cake? I had just like a whisper of like a hickory taste to it. Really good.
Sounds like something that I don't really like, but I'd eat it and like it anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's Carl talking about?
Hi. I don't ask very often for people to share my stuff. I'm hoping just tagging Triple T will do the job. But I got some questions for Triple T because he's a war hero and everything, and he's just a solid, knows his history and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? So I want to call him on a couple of his things. If he's going to
I'll be
spread
back in a
stuff
couple
around, I
minutes,
think he
Johnny.
wants to make sure that he has the
Alright,
right
you're good.
information. And if I'm wrong, Tim, please, please let me know where I'm wrong. Tim is out on the internet. Well, he's telling everybody how bad the swastika is. It's evil, and if you do anything with it, no, no, Tim. The swastika was around
Man, what
way
the hell
before
is Carl going on about?
They had
Cashville been roasting the shit out of this dude. Let's check out Cashville's channel. Where's everybody at tonight? Trying to party. Well, you could call this a party. This is a doctor's visit. We got to be professional.
um, excuse me, whatever station you're working, you do the volume work, which means
Yeah, Martin. That's usually what happens, Martin. When you work, you work.
so I bounce between salad, fry, and ribs, the rib area, and
Yeah, that's right. You're the kitchen gopher.
Um, I'm trying to think, Red Eye. I think it might be called. Is that where's the Goodfellas at? I stayed at the Hyatt a couple times. That's right next to Rupp Arena. You feel like a big baller whenever you stay at a Hyatt. You there, bro?
Yeah. So, Shotty, with you being a year older, what is your goals for this year? Like, what is the game plan for the next
Game plan?
365 days? Yeah. Do you follow any regiment or any type of goal setting? How do you gauge your success?
Um, I mean, I got goals. I got goals that I don't really want to talk about publicly.
Yeah. I
It's
hear
nothing illegal. It's nothing illegal.
you. Yeah, but you got some, right? You kind of and you work towards them, right?
I'm thriving, man. I feel like I'm thriving.
Good.
You know, there's been a lot going on.
Yeah. Are you still with that Puerto Rican broad or no? You got rid of her?
Puerto Rican.
Yeah, weren't you with well, we'll talk about that later offline. I don't want to bring up your love life.
I'm not sure who the Puerto Rican girl is.
Okay, we can go that route. Yeah. Go ahead, play that video.
Which one? Oh, we got a guest coming up, guys.
If it's Martin, I'm out of here.
Hell, you was on his panel just the other day.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Martin Queefs, aka Doc Martin.
Ugh.
Fucking
Man, I'll just
Nose
say
over here
this, you
trying
know.
to bust you out on your chicks. That is
well,
trying to fucking be your life coach, which is clearly my job. This is bullshit.
I'll just say this for everybody listening or that might listen. What's up, Natalie? My goals for this year is to stay clean.
There you go. That's a great goal.
Good.
Proud of you, Shotty. I'm really proud of you.
Let's hear it for Shotty. All right.
Yeah.
Good.
It's not something
Rich.
I really want to talk about online, though, you know? And I've
there's
already I'm already off to a good start with it.
Yeah, you are, dude.
good.
It's fucking awesome.
I'm off to a damn good start with it.
And it is not fucking easy. Trust though. I
You
had a
said goes,
manager.
do you mean goes?
Yeah. I had an old manager that would he would say that you needed specific goals, and but he said specific Pacific, and then he said goals. So he'd be like, "You need Pacific goals." And I swear to God, I was at a like convenience store one time traveling. I found pretzels, and the brand was Pacific Gold, and I had to buy him a bag of them. It was fucking hilarious. I guess you kind of had to be there, but
Nice play on words. That's a malaprop, I think they call that.
is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
This sounds like a good word for you could put in a song somewhere. What was that word again, Joe?
A malaprop.
Man, I've got a pretty wide vocabulary, but not that wide. Jesus.
Look, there's a comedian, Norm Crosby, and he was known for comedic malaprops. And actually, you know where malaprops are in The Sopranos? Like they'll say a word, but they won't use it properly.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what the meaning is?
Let's see. The mistaken use of a word in place of a similar sounding one, often with unintentionally amusing effect. As, for example, dance a flamingo instead of flamenco.
Ah, very good.
Yeah, Tony Soprano's always throwing them out there.
Bro, that episode of The Sopranos where...
Pine Barrens.
What's up, Lone Wolves?
Yes. Is that where they get stuck out in the woods?
Yes.
With the mustard packet and the Czechoslovakian?
Yeah.
There's a fucking interior decorator.
Put the remote down, you bastard.
He goes, I don't know. He said, Tone said he was a Czechoslovakian. He's an interior decorator.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually
Chechnyan army and Interior Defense Ministry or some shit.
Yeah, that's perfect example of a malaprop.
Yeah, God, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then he loses his shoe.
Paulie, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
He goes, you one shoe motherfucker. He goes, Tone, I'm dying out here. I'm with Chrissy's dumbass. All we got is a packet of mustard.
Give me that.
I'm freezing my balls off. Jeez.
That's
Chrissy.
that's Soprano.
Yeah.
Chrissy, what a dumbass, Chrissy.
Moltisanti.
Chrissy Moltisanti. At the cigar club, we watched Sopranos, start to finish. So everybody got nicknames. Well, a few did, but this dude that owns a brewery, we started calling him Paulie because he would always take his shoe off. So we called him the no shoe motherfucker. The one shoe motherfucker.
How many weeks months? Like 6 months?
No, it was. I mean, obviously, I'd already seen it, but they would do it. It's a group of guys that are wealthy that don't give a fuck what their wives think, or ones that are divorced, guys that are divorced, or guys that a whole range of people. So it was pretty much every night. So if you made it. Yeah, and then that started the that prompted the annual gravy dinner, as they called it. Gravy being marinara sauce, which I didn't know. But Paulie's full blown Italian. He made the sauce, so this is pretty good shit. Yeah, they go all out. Our fearless leaders. He owns all the property around there. Cool guy. He's in a way other tax bracket. The only guy I know that's ever. It was the only American Express black card I've ever seen in person.
Dang.
I bought it. He gave it to me to go down and pick up sandwiches one day. I had it in my wallet. I felt like I was a fucking beast, dude. Walking down the street, whip that thing out
like a boss.
Oh man, those things are crazy. That damn card. What's titanium? First of all, it's like metal. I don't know if you knew that.
So it's real heavy.
Oh yeah, dude. The package that they sent that shit to him in was like almost like a humidor. It had to have cost like $1,000. Just the packaging they sent it in.
For the card, for the black card? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's his limit, 100K?
There's no limit. No,
But
no
you
I
have
mean, you have to, I think now, you have to have a platinum for at least 36 months prior. And every revolving 12 months, you had to spend at least $500,000 each year and then pay it off with no lates.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and then the annual fee $7,500. But this guy was a CFO of a company at the time that was going through Chapter 11, so he was basically financing the company, like personally, on that black card. So he spent a ton of money, and then, but for that $7,500, dude, you would not believe the shit that you get for that.
Airline tickets.
Yeah, I mean, upgraded. His company, they have a counterpart in, I think it's Oslo, Norway. So he was always going to Oslo. You get bumped to first class. Dude, you remember how huge Taylor Swift's still huge. But when his daughters were younger, he was in Chicago. Taylor Swift was there that night. They called the concierge. Fucking front row tickets, backstage passes, done. Like, free, by the way. It's a whole nother. It's for high class folks.
The upper crust, so to speak.
Oh yeah. It's nice to know some of those people, but and again, I don't think he would have even qualified for it if he wasn't running the business through it, you know. But yeah, it's kind of wild. Are
you following the Ukraine war, Rich?
Dude, I stopped watching the news completely.
Really?
Yeah, I can't do it. It's just it's all propaganda.
I've seen some about it. I've seen some footage about it. I seen where they took them drones and blew up them planes.
Yes. No.
What kind of planes?
These were.
Dude, they're saying that this. They're saying this might be like the
beginning.
How was it they put it? Maybe, yeah. They said like since we dropped the bomb on Japan, this is like supposed to be like one of the biggest like in history.
Yeah.
One of the biggest milestones or something like that.
35 of Russia's nuclear bombing fleet were hit. And some of the recon planes, some of the fueling planes, but some of these strategic bombers are not made anymore. 4 bases were hit, one in Siberia, well into Russia. Right. And these planes were on the tarmac, on the right next to the runway on purpose. They were left outside because under the Strategic Arms Limitation Treaty that President Carter brokered in the 1970s, part of the provisions of it, just like us, we have our whatever bombers out on tarmacs at Army bases. You're supposed to have them so they're readily observable. Okay. So what Zelensky did was he bombed those. It's not like Russia could have hid them in hangars or bunkers or whatever, because then that would have been a violation of the Strategic Arms Limitations Treaty, the SALT Treaty. So he bombed them, like they were sitting ducks on purpose.
They drones.
With drones.
They was hidden these trucks.
Yeah, they shipped trucks in. I think actually they were probably, all of this stuff was probably done by the CIA is my guess.
Well, there are bombs. I'm sure they are.
Well, these were bombs attached to drones.
Well, I'm saying the munitions were probably from the U.S.
They were just using a 153 millimeter, mortar rounds or rocket. These were nothing special.
Nobody even died, did they? Nobody even died.
I don't think so. Unless
good.
it was
Yeah,
fire.
no civilians. No
Yeah.
civilians died, at least.
No.
Yeah,
And
seems
they're
like they
saying that,
are taking
dude. They're
precautions.
saying psychologically, this is like they struck fear into to Russia and Putin because they had to check every fucking box and shit now.
Yeah,
Like
that's
they have to.
causing miles of traffic jams
Yeah,
of
dude.
them
It's
checking the trucks and stuff. But think of what this does. Putin can't go on a
I know,
motorcade
dude. It's crazy.
without thinking. But at the same token, once the cat's out of the bag. It all applies to us now too. If Trump is at a rally, what's to say that somebody doesn't drop a grenade, a half dozen grenades on the podium where Trump is?
Yeah.
This opens up a fucking Pandora's box. Everything that you know about the Iraq war and the technology that we used, it's out the window. Bradley fighting vehicles, they're done. If you could drop a grenade on the turret or a thermite grenade, on top of a tank and take it out, everything's done. The same thing with the aircraft carriers. Basically, it's rendered aircraft carriers obsolete if drones can swarm an aircraft carrier and
The
light every
drones have
plane,
blow it
pretty
up.
much, they're pretty much disposable. They're that cheap now.
Yeah.
Think about how much
Yeah.
this stuff costs. It's crazy.
$500 drone and a
Yeah.
couple $100 worth of C4 and you're done.
Well, if you've heard AD talk,
They have drones
his,
of them. They have swarms of them.
his MOS in the military was rendered obsolete just because of how all the munitions now are,
Yeah.
precision guided.
Yep.
So that's why, like, in the back of fighter jets, there's not even a second pilot anymore. It's somebody sitting at a damn computer screen in fucking New Mexico, Arizona. And they're just doing all that shit from a computer.
Yeah.
They say that shit is insane, just the precision. And then the camera. They said the camera systems, like, you could be at like 40, 50,000 feet running Mach 2, and that camera can look down on a desert fucking floor and, like, find a dime and see what year it was fucking minted. Like, just the technology is insane, and that's what people don't understand. If a world war breaks out and we meet the what do they call it, I guess all the criteria to go to war, the statue of whatever the fuck they call it. Yeah, the next huge war is not fought from on the ground. It's a fucking computer war.
Well,
13 Fox is
first-
still active? Yeah, but I mean, they don't do any. It used to be a job where they go in, fucking map coordinates out there for a bunch of danger close fucking explosions. I would say that there's much less than there were.
The
It
first
says
thing that'll
11
happen-
hours ago, Putin plans to retaliate for the drone attack.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
not
already
even
sent in.
retaliated yet. That's the craziest part, man. Is waiting on what's going to happen next.
Well, see, the
He's-
problem is he's
Like,
looked at as the bully.
Putin, man. Well, he's one mad motherfucker right now.
He sent 400 drones, and I think 300 of them got intercepted. And he's bombing Kiev. What he should do, or what would be practical, is to take out the all of the airports. So
take out
so people can't leave Ukraine, and also I would bomb the bridges. Like leaving.
Infrastructure.
Yeah. But
strategically, as George Bush would say.
There's also something called I think it's called a baby drone, and it's basically a underwater sub that can release drones. They took out the Kerch Bridge, but we've given Ukraine this sea drone because it was first reported that we gave a prototype to Taiwan to counter any type of Chinese invasion. But now this thing shows up in Ukraine and takes out the Kerch Bridge. All this technology is just like we're giving it to Ukraine just as a proving ground, see what works and what doesn't. Now Russia is mass producing drones with 6 miles of wire. So a spool of wire 6 miles long that can't be radar jammed. It's literally a microfilament string so that they can control that drone. That's what they're
and
using.
It won't show up on the radars.
No, it won't show up on the jamming. You can't jam it. That's where Ukraine had a bunch of high tech.
Oh, you could
jamming
jam the
stuff.
shit, I'm sure, if you fucking drop the damn EMP. I wonder how close to a reality. Remember that movie where I forget which movie it was?
The Day After.
I don't know. The president's out fishing, and those fucking drones come in that have like automatic weapons attached to them that just start fucking hellfire and ammunition down at the lake. You remember that?
No, is that a recent movie?
Yeah. It's like the guy's meant to protect the president. It's like his bodyguard or whatever, and they're out fishing, and all of a sudden they launch like these fucking 100, 200 little mini drones that converge upon this little pond and just start fucking raining hell down. Somebody in the channel.
The SWAT teams and the state police, they use drones now too in shootouts.
They were flying overhead during the Rittenhouse riot in Kenosha. They had that all on video.
I wonder how good the technology is, like the infrared shit. Like if they have drones, as far as like if they can see inside, like heat signatures, like how good that shit is. Like to tell how many people are in like a dwelling or something.
Have you seen some of the footage from like what the video footage is?
No, like
the
talking
drones?
about no, I haven't.
No, here,
Oh shit, I forgot about this dude. Have you seen this guy on YouTube? And he hadn't posted in a while, but he's an American citizen that went over to help, fight somewhere. I think it's in the Ukraine. But he like videos his mission, like little shit that he goes on and puts it on YouTube. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, Patrick. I can't think of his last name.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm so damn.
Yeah, the last thing he did was they went to take out these fucking tanks or whatever. Holy shit, half-pack luggage. That's crazy. How the hell is
Ukrainian soldiers were hit twice while advancing on an armored personnel carrier. The soldiers quickly jumped out of the vehicle and returned fire at Russian forces. Do you think the armored vehicle was hit by an FPV drone, struck a mine, or hit by an RPG?
Don't forget to leave your opinion about the video in the comments, subscribe, and like.
A Russian fiber optic drone that broke through the Ukrainian armed forces' defenses destroyed pickup trucks one by one on a road surrounded by nets. Anti-drone nets stretched across the road were not enough to stop the Russian operators.
See, they've got nets everywhere.
Fighting continues in the Sumy region. Russian FPV drones are striking Ukrainian armed forces shelters in trenches like this.
There it goes. How do you defend yourself?
Ukrainian forces attempting to enter the Russian state border from the Sumy region with mobile equipment are being repelled by Russian drones. A Russian unit ambushed a Ukrainian armored personnel carrier. Soldiers jumped out of the armored vehicle in a state of panic. Ukrainian forces are facing difficult moments under intense Russian artillery and drone attacks. Russian and Ukrainian forces are engaged in close combat. Detailed images of the liberation of the village of Novolenivka. The trenches and shelters found in the village were destroyed and cleared one by one. The tracks of the infantry who fled into the village were followed. Russian mobile forces launched sudden raids on the village and raided houses identified by reconnaissance drones.
Holy shit.
See, they use motorcycles now because if you're in a armored personnel carrier, you're gonna die, if that thing gets hit. So my guess is that they just figured it's worth it to, if a couple of them break through and, if there's 4 motorcycles, that drone can only take out 1. That means 3 would probably live, but you have a better chance on a motorcycle trying to outrun a drone than being in an armored personnel carrier. It's so fucked up.
It's wild. Holy shit.
The security of the village was ensured with the intelligence provided by the drone unit to the ground troops.
They got this fake boom noise that they put into these videos.
Dude, this is crazy. I'm looking at this thing. Holy shit. Hang on, I gotta share this thing. Look at the ingenuity here.
Man, if World War III hasn't got
Russian
started,
Air Force is bombing Ukrainian infantry and equipment.
You know, check this shit out, Shotty.
Like I said, if World War III hasn't got started yet, makes me glad to be in the USA,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, hit the share on that thing I got up there. They put together like they called it a anti-drone gun. They basically strapped together a bunch of AKs. This is wild.
I have to kick this video first, or
Yeah.
All right.
Веди. Упреждение більше, давай. Огонь.
That shit's wild, dude. Drone guns. Look at this.
Is that AD?
Look at this.
There's AD. There's AD.
A sniper fucking. Yeah, look at this thing.
Welcome to DJI Pilot UK. Thank you all for your incredible support. I am immensely grateful for each and every one of my followers and subscribers.
Carbon barrel.
Your continued encouragement and engagement mean the world to me. Without you, none of this would be possible.
Barrel too. That's either a 338
From the bottom of my heart, thank you for being a part of this amazing journey.
That's the Baba Yaga. Oh.
How wild is that shit? 50K camera. You know what? That's not a barrel. That's guitar. I'm trying to find this one clip where it was 2 snipers in a fucking whatever you want to call it. Damn. Basically, they were hunting each other, and the dude fucking. Is this it? This might be it. He sends up a fucking drone to look for a heat signature. This is obviously not real.
So this is 308 caliber rifle. So this is the same.
This isn't the
I
exact.
can hardly see the thing. You look at the drone through the sight, it's incredibly small. At the minute, it's got a green backdrop so we can see it, and it's still fairly difficult to see. It's tiny. If the sky is anything like it is normally over the UK, it's grey.
The same thing. Sorry.
Have y'all ever watched the movie? It was made in the 90s. It was called Surviving the Game.
Surviving the Game?
Yeah, it had Ice-T in it.
I don't recall.
You ever seen it, Joe?
No.
It was he was homeless, living on the street, and they picked him up, and they said that they want to change his life around. And they was rich as fuck, rich people, and they said that they wanted to take him on a hunting trip. They had some
Oh, did they end up
that
hunting
they
him or something?
yeah, they ended up hunting. They told him he had like an hour or something to run, and he was on this big. He was in this. It seems like it was an island. I can't remember. He was in the woods though, and he ended up killing all 5 of them that was hunting him. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Hey, I'm gonna find this real quick.
Wouldn't that be some shit though? You think you're going on a big hunting trip, you met some rich friends, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Run, we're hunting you."
Alright. The movie is called Angel Has Fallen.
The supports of the Kirsch Bridge were taken out. The bridge is still standing, but I don't think they're going to be running too many trains half-packed through that bridge anymore.
Oh, this is too long. All right, here you go. I'll try to consolidate this shit down. He's out there. That's the president's bodyguard. Yell the drum. Stop, Gordon.
Don't move! Don't move! They're tracking us somehow! Just hold still and keep them covered firm! I'm coming to you!
Anyway, you get the idea.
When was that made? That movie?
2019, I think it said. Yeah, 2019. It's a good movie.
They say that they. Have you ever heard of the term predictive programming?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
They say that like they put it in movies and shit like that before we think it's possible, we're already like programmed into like whenever it happens, we're ready for it. Like they call it predict. Is that what it's called? Predictive programming?
Sounds right.
It's kind of like that movie right there, man. With the drones,
Dude, look at this shit. I turned the volume off, but look, these robots. This is scary. I mean, what's to stop that robot from just turning around,
You sure this is real?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it is. They've got robots like that.
They got AI too that makes fake videos.
Apparently, they've got some that do very good voice recognition these days. Have you seen the channel?
Yeah, dude, I've seen that.
Holy shit, man.
Inside Corners.
Oh,
Did
is
you
that
see
who
it, Joe?
is?
That's who everybody's saying.
What? Like how? What is?
I'm just going along with what everybody else is saying. What Deerfield. That's what Deerfield said.
Oh well, Jesus. I wonder what the reason why they're thinking that.
I don't know. Deerfield must have put in more research than I did.
They've got drones now that I think they detect the motor signature of other drones, and you just fly that drone, get it in the air, and then it hones in on whatever is within its range, its search range. So it's basically just like a a roving target. There's 10,000 drones in the air at any one time in Ukraine.
Oh, wow.
And only 1 out of 9 hits its mark. So, all these videos that show that drones, attacking Bradleys or armored personnel carriers or
There you go.
motorcycles, there's 8 of them that, fail.
Hang on, Joe.
That's the Baba Yaga. Those things cost $80,000.
Damn. Dude, I shot a gun. I probably got video of it I could find. It was called Tracking Point. And it basically had a computer. It was like a computerized scope that was on top of it. It basically would range it, and then it would take you out to the target, and you basically just try to align your sight picture, and you've got your fingers on the trigger in like a ready position, but the actual firing of the gun happens when you cross the target at the exact same time to hit the mark. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, but do you pull the trigger, or does?
Yeah, well, dude, I can't. Yeah, you're pulling the trigger, but I'm trying to remember because obviously you have inconsistencies with the trigger pull. Let me see if I can find the video. I shot it. I mean, carry on. I'll be back. Try to locate this thing.
So, after the war, you got to think what's going to happen. My guess is that they're going to have a 50-mile buffer zone where basically it's no man's land. Somebody's going to have to enforce the, no man's land, which means that NATO or some type of multinational European country type thing is going to be in charge of, enforcing law and order, and that shit don't happen, that the war doesn't continue. But if you have Ukrainian partisans that lost their land and lost all of their family and this and that, who's to say that they're not going to stop flying drones and taking out any Russian that lives in formerly occupied Ukrainian territory? Because if their life is going to be shit, they're going to make everybody else's life shit. And I feel sorry for any NATO troop that has to, guard that border. Not only do you have to worry about, new drones, but you're going to have all those goddamn landmines, all the booby traps and shit. Every single house and structure will have to be demined, checked, cleared, which means you're going to have NGOs, non-governmental organizations come in and, make millions of dollars clearing out these cities and roads and, farm fields of mines and stuff. And all that metal, there's a foundry in Avdiivka that's owned by a Russian oligarch, Renat something, I forget his last name. But anyways, all that metal is going to be melted. There's nothing left of the foundry, too. So I'm sure that USAID or somehow we're going to pay for a $1 billion, steel mill to be built in Ukraine. But all of the tanks and all that shit, rubble, all of the metal is going to be, melted down, by someplace close, which would be this, steel mill, this soon-to-be built steel mill. It's a fuck. It's going to be a mess for the rest of our lives. We're gonna be paying for it for years. They say Ukraine was the breadbasket of Europe, that the ground was so fertile and stuff. Well, now it's fertile with landmines and shit and dead bodies, and that's we're gonna pay the price. Son of a bitches.
I found it. This is wild, dude. So yes, I had to watch part of it here. To answer your question, there's a picture-in-picture here on this screen.
Hey, what's
right?
up? What's up, Janie?
And he's watching it on the iPad, but it's the same thing I'm seeing in the scope. So once you get close to your target, you actually depress the trigger, and it's ready to fire the round. As soon as you get it where it needs to be, it lets loose.
Wow.
This shot that I'm going to show is from 320 yards, which is that's not a crazy. The longest shot I've ever taken is 700 yards, but this is with a 300 Win Mag. All right, so you see the iPad. That's like what I'm seeing. What he's seen in the iPad.
Yep, looks good to me. And squeeze the trigger in and line it up.
See how it's red? I've got it squeezed in.
Is that you, Rich?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It does kind of look like I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But man,
So
that
did
shit.
You hit it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was.
That shit looks like a video game.
And that was 300 yards?
320.
Wow.
Did another one after it at 250, but that was a quarter size human silhouette target headshot. Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. They had a military contract for a while, and then they were acquired by another company. It just kind of went by the wayside. They had that 300 Win Mag, and then they made an AR in it, and the scope was much more compact than that one. And they came out with different revisions of the gun.
What year was that, Rich?
Let me see. This would have been 2012-ish, 14-ish.
Oh, jeez. Think what they got
Would be my
nowadays.
guess. But hang on, I'm looking at the video. Let me go back into YouTube Studio. It is. Oh, damn it. Some of my bitch.
Man, Petey Wheatstraw's been going hard on Cashville.
Oh yeah.
He's been going. Shout out to Wheatstraw, man. He's been savage mode.
June 23rd of 2014. Oh god, we get reprieve from Joe's fucking feedback. Oh. I don't know why his mic does that. It is so.
You think it's where it plugs in?
The gain is just turned up super loud or something. It's almost like it doesn't have enough ass in for it. It's almost like it doesn't have enough power for the gain. I don't know much. Rusty could tell you what I'm trying to say. But basically, I know that Shure mics like the SM7s need a cloud lifter to make them have enough gain.
Hey, what's up, Nickel G? Looks like AD's live playing a video game.
All right, I'm back. Nickel
You want to see some wild shit? This is this is my nicest AR, but now the Viper, the scope I've got on top of it's ridiculous, but it just shows how accurate this AR is. We're shooting it out. My buddy JT is
He's Game Boy, yeah. That's a good nickname for him, Game Boy.
He's shooting at 500 yards.
A
Our
new
local
nickname
range,
for AD, Game Boy.
Game Boy. Our local range had
Yeah,
a
Game Boy.
500-yard shot.
6 to 24 mill front focal plane.
All right, there's a good. So our range. This is we got 5 ranges at this
There we go,
facility, but
zooming out to
the 500's all the way at the top.
500.
Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, I do a split screen. This is my buddy JT shooting, and it's a 5.56 223. That's actually a 223 wild barrel, and that is on the left is an 8-inch plate, and the one next to it's 6 inches. He missed that one.
Did you see it?
Yep.
Hey guys, I'll be right back 1 second.
Missed again. High right, I think. But once he gets that hold.
That was a hit, wasn't it?
Yep. I was talking, but did you hear the delayed?
No.
Hit?
Yeah.
How you see it hit and then you hear the noise like
hit. Where'd that one go?
I don't know. I didn't see it. Missed it again, Tizzle. I saw that. It was wide right.
Hit.
Yeah, middle.
Yeah, but I mean that's still, even with that glass, that's a pretty hard shot for a damn 223.
Yeah.
500. Well, they say a Marine. What do they qualify? I know my dad told me in the Army. My dad was a sniper, like legit. A lot of people say they were, but he actually was, and he had never shot a gun before until he got drafted for Vietnam.
Huh.
But I think their qualifications were, I think it's 300 yards, or is it
Iron
300
sights.
meters? Yeah, irons. Yeah.
Yeah.
On a human silhouette target in the in that one zone. Yeah, it is, Nickel G. It's 500. So there's a lot of bullet drop at that. I don't know if it makes a difference the uphill. But this is an interesting gun. The company's out of business. It's called War Sport, and if you see, the handguard goes over the muzzle, and the break is like this weird thing they call a top hat. But those their ARs were $4,000, and if you know anything about ARs, other than the trigger, a lower is a lower. I mean, it really, the lower's a lower.
Yeah.
The upper's a gun. Well, at Christmas time, I guess they were sucking wind for money or something. They sold the upper kit for $900, and I was like, fuck. Yeah. But it's the nicest AR I've got by far.
What is that, 16-inch barrel?
Yeah, it's it's 14 and a half, but with the comp, it's 16. It's pinned and welded.
Yeah.
That's the only AR I've got that's not SBR.
Huh.
But yeah, it's.
Are they getting rid of that SBR designation? Did you?
That's
hear that?
yeah, that's what I've heard. Well, that's what they're politicking for, is to take SBRs, SBSs, just short barrel shotguns, short barrel rifles, and suppressors off of the NFA.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for holding down the fort.
Yeah, gotcha, dog. But yeah, cool stuff.
Shoddy, do you have to go back to the Dirty Myrtle for your arrest last year?
That's all done, isn't it?
Yeah, that's done and over with.
You don't have to go back and say, I've been clean judged.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
No, I had to get a lawyer for it though.
Yeah. Are you
And
go back to the Dirty Myrtle this year?
I don't know, man. Myrtle. it's pretty awesome. You know, I got to admit, if you got the money to it's a party beach more. It's not a beach you go to relax and look at the sunset and you know, Myrtle Beach is where you go to fucking party. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's pretty awesome, you know, if like I said, if you got the money to blow, if you ever been to Pigeon Forge,
Oh yeah.
do you know what have you ever seen like what Pigeon Forge looks like?
No.
You talking to Joe or me? Of course I have. Yeah.
Joe.
No. What is
Pigeon Forge, man, is the most unique place you'd ever go to. I've
One way
heard
to put
people,
it.
I've heard people call Pigeon Forge Baptist Vegas.
like a bunch of swingers and debauchery? That kind of
No,
shit? Or-
no, dude, it's all tourist shit, dude. It's all tourist. Rich, look up a video of Pigeon Forge in Gatlinburg
All right.
and
Hang on.
and show Joe.
I'm in Fire Island.
Myrtle Beach is turning into like Pigeon Forge with a beach.
Huh.
But it's more like party adult though. And Pigeon Forge, they have like a lot of moonshine distilleries and wine distilleries. But it's not really a place you go to party. I've partied it up though at Pigeon Forge. I never went to jail though.
How far is Pigeon Forge from you, Shotty?
About 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've partied it up there, but I never went to jail there. Myrtle Beach last year was fucking epic. I mean, I got to admit,
Myrtle
looking
was.
back on it now, it was a fucking 8-day party, bro.
Well, I'm glad you didn't come out of there a daddy or anything.
Well, you never know.
Dude,
You
Joe
were spreading your
fucking
seed all over the place.
Joe fucking bailed me out of jail
Oh,
the
that's
last
right.
night I was there.
Hey, this is the last one. Check this out.
Yeah, me saying like, dude, I'm broke. I'm about to go home. Like this is the last night. I was honest to God. I was just
No.
trying.
Shotty, tell the truth. You said you were going to leave the day before, and then I sent you some money, and then you got arrested with that money.
Oh god.
Then that money ended up getting me out.
Yeah.
Hey, hit the
But
share on this one.
but honest to God, I wasn't using that money to buy the drinks. My friend I was with was buying the drinks. I knew I had to drive like fucking how many hours home the next day. I was just trying to drink enough to go to sleep.
Yeah.
That was all it was. I was on the sidewalk. My
And then you
phone
got
was dead,
sassy
and I
with
was
the bouncer and
no. It was the cops, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was still halfway tripping on some psychedelics the night before. The girl I was with was still halfway tripping too, and we was walking down the sidewalk. We had a sober driver. We was
Was that
walking
the
down.
sister? Or
No, it was the
You kept in touch with her?
I still follow her on Instagram.
Nice. She's talented.
Yeah, she is, man. She is. She likes to party too. Look up a drive through a Pigeon Forge for Joe Rich.
Yeah, I will. But play this real quick while I got it pulled up. Listen how
All right.
quiet this is. This is a fucking single shot H&R handy rifle is what they call them. They're like $150. This one's in 300 blackout.
I like H&Rs.
And I've got my 30 cal suppressor on it, but listen to how quiet this bitch is. You can really tell after I shoot it, and I've got a GoPro on the target out at 100 yards. You can hear how quiet it is at 100. Hang on.
Click. Jeez.
Now let's from the target perspective. Did you see that?
Stay tuned, guys.
Did you see the shot hit?
What do you got? Holy shit.
It's like a fucking pellet gun, bro. That's 300. All right. I'll find some Pigeon Forge. All right, what are we looking for? Pigeon Forge. Like
Yeah,
a
just show
drive-through?
Joe. Yeah, just show Joe what it looks like. It's man, it's a unique place. I've been there plenty of times.
All right, let's see here. Driving through
Spit.
Pigeon Forge. Spring break 2023. I mean, these are all
I
like,
wouldn't. I would much rather go back to Alabama to the beach this year, Joe.
dude, that was beautiful. Dude, those pictures, that was some of the most beautiful shit I've seen.
Yes, there wasn't much to do there though.
Most of these videos are like 18 minutes, Shotty. I mean,
I
I
just
don't.
skim. Yeah, just skim through it.
Okay. All right.
I just want to give Joe an idea,
Actually, you mind if I leave it playing for a second? I got to.
Yeah, yeah.
I got to do something. All right, hang on.
It's gonna make mud.
No. Why am I getting ads? Oh yeah, I'm on my old run channel.
Flush twice.
You ever been to Dollywood, Rich?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I've been there twice. Once or twice.
I grew up 45 minutes from there. Of course.
True.
There's a Dollywood sign.
True.
All right, I'll be right back.
Fuck it. I'll look it up and see if my shit will play.
Shotty, you never been with any white bonnets, have you?
Yeah, I'm not going to torture y'all with that. I'll be right back.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is.
Amish women, white bonnets.
No,
Amish
dude.
Virgins. No.
No. I've always wanted to hook up with like a Cherokee woman though.
Really?
Yeah. I
She'd be
think
like,
that would be unique.
fuck me, you pale-faced motherfucker.
It'd be more like I go, oh my god, a redneck. Dude, whenever I went to DC, bro, the women was eating my dude. Whenever I went to DC, I've been there a couple times, and the women loved my accent.
Really?
Dude, they do, bro. They ate it. They ate it up, to say the least.
Hey.
Man, the black women loved it. This dude, man, he was a white dude at this bar. He told me before we went back to the hotel, the after party. He said that He said that chick there. She said she'll screw at any white redneck that she comes across. When they fucking love the accents, man.
Did you show up with barefoot in overalls and?
No,
and a straw
no. I
hat
don't.
Like,
no, dude.
Hey, baby.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing about it, man. I don't go around claiming I'm country, and I don't try to be country. But it's like if you're country, you don't have to tell people.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't have to tell people you're country if you're country. I don't go around claiming I'm this country dude. You know what I mean? But like, I'm from Eastern Kentucky. I have the accent. I'm just trying to be average, Like to the people around here, I'm not as country as I am to people away from here. If that makes any sense.
Well, if AD was to evaluate you, he would say that you're country.
I mean, look at Dagburn, for instance.
Yeah, he's yellow and dirty.
Well,
and
I just mean his accent,
Yeah. Well, he does that stupid fake voice that I never understood why he talks like a dumb hillbilly.
He tries to push
it. Like you don't do that if you're dumb already. He should try and like talk smart, because then that would be funny. But it's not funny when a dumb person talks dumb.
He just needs to be normal.
Yeah. If that's even possible, but
or if it
I
makes
just,
sense.
I just don't get it. You know, he goes into this twang and starts
he push
talking.
he
Man,
pushes it.
yeah,
He pushes his accent, yeah.
yeah.
But even like when he's not pushing his accent, I still feel like he talks way more like redneck than me.
I don't know.
Really?
Well, he does, but he repeats himself, and it's nonstop stupid talk. So it's kind of hard to,
If you know, here's the
you
thing: if
know,
I went and spent a month or two in Cincinnati, my accent would change.
think so.
Definitely, bro. Your accent changes depending on where the culture you're at.
Yeah, but it's just not like it's going to happen in a week.
It'd take a few months.
A couple years.
I don't know about that. Maybe half a year.
If you
You'd
go to
start like,
England, and in 6 months you're not going to come back talking like Monty Python.
but if you're friends with somebody and you hang around them enough, you're eventually going to start picking up, the way they say things and talk.
No.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. I mean, I've had friends before, man, and they'd say things, and it'd be like it'd sound like something I'd say. The way they'd say it, and I could just tell like they was picking up on my accent or the way I talk from just hanging around me. You see what I'm saying though?
I hear what you're saying. I don't buy it though.
You don't think so?
No.
Maybe not. I don't know. The only place that I've ever lived besides Kentucky was Tennessee, and it wasn't that big of a difference in culture, you know.
Well, I used to work in Chicago and stuff. It's not like I'm talking all ghetto and stuff, you know. Like, hey man, I don't do
You're starting to
that.
sound like a true Arkansas.
Think
You're
so?
a Razorback, bro.
Hmm. It's like, what the fuck? Shoddy, Johnny's from Paintsville too, and it's like you're from Paintsville too.
It was quite busy. And today it is 8:14 in the morning. You can see there's
Well,
already a little bit of traffic out. But we're going to go ahead and
I'm
drive
from
all the
Haggard
way
Hill
through Pigeon
technically.
Forge. We're at the end of it towards Gatlinburg, and we're going to drive
Shoddy.
back towards
This is
the
Pigeon
end,
Forge.
and then we're going to drive all the way back down toward the end where you can see the mountains of Gatlinburg. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Is there casinos there?
I'm not sure they were supposed to be building one,
That'll
and
draw
a
people there.
lot of people was mad about it.
Yeah. I never
A
knew
lot
that
of
was
people
like
was pissed
a
off
party
about it though. I
destination.
forget why, but there was. It is, but it's more like family oriented. It's pretty fucking crazy though.
Do they have late night bars?
Dude, there's so many like dinner shows, and I mean,
It's like Branson.
not really. No, that's the thing about it. That's people call it Baptist Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Branson.
They're really the only. I think there's only one liquor store like between Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, and Sevierville. There's only, I think, one liquor store. Well, between Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, there's only one liquor store. They really the only drinking there is moonshine distilleries and wine distilleries. You walk into, and You can pay $5 and they'll let you like take a shot of all their liquor.
They're growing wine in your area in Tennessee.
Wine. They do in Gatlinburg, Pigeon
Yeah.
Forge. Let's see. A lot of the same shit that's on the shelves everywhere. Let's see. Old Smoky Moonshine. You need to experience though, like on your bucket list, man. It's a pretty cool place if you've never been, especially. All right, let's see. I mean, I'll admit, I've gotten drunker and fuck going to these places like this.
Yeah, Old Smoky Moonshine should be sued for calling themselves moonshine.
Yeah, it's not real moonshine.
No, no, it's not. It's stuff in a mason jar.
Since 1983.
I've never been to Rod Run, Magnolia Queen. I want to though, but I've never been to Rod Run.
Hey guys, it's Courtney and Seth here today.
Yeah, I got drunk as hell.
In Gatlinburg.
There was a concert, bro, right outside outside here where we're looking at where this distillery is, bro. And what's his name was playing. He was a movie star. I can't think of his name. He was in the Bad News Bears. No, you're close. He was in that one Christmas movie as a drunk Santa.
Billy Bob
Thornton, yeah. He was playing a concert, bro. It might have been on the stage that we're looking at right now. It was like somewhere's like right around the outside of this distillery. I got drunk as fuck, man. I got to be honest with you, Billy Bob Thornton sucks.
At times, they do have music here on this stage.
His
one transaction.
We're going to start out something to heat you up. Blue Flame, 128 proof. Now this thing can start a car fight and a family all in one day.
Yeah.
Kills COVID and STDs.
But yeah, that you pay like $5 and they let you try every fucking one of them. Real moonshine, bro, like real moonshine is made on a mountain spring.
To cool it.
That's
to condense it. It's not the water.
And the minerals in the water.
They're not using that water for the moonshine.
Real moonshine with the spring, bro, in the hills, the minerals in the water. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference than using like tap water.
I don't know about that.
I think that's what Popcorn Sutton said. I've drank real moonshine.
It's like turpentine, right?
It's a lot.
You put a big lighter to your breath and you can blow flame. You know, like it's that strong that it'll run a car. Old Smoky shit won't.
Yeah, I mean, if you drink enough of it, it will. It will. If you've drank the real moonshine, you definitely know the difference.
Yeah.
What do you think it is they do different?
The proof. And, you know, if you fuck up a batch of moonshine, it could turn into wood alcohol or ethanol, and that shit will make you go blind. That's why every once in a while, you know, you hear about a bad batch of moonshine and makes a bunch of drunks blind and stuff. That's it either turns it into ethanol or methanol or something that basically makes you go blind. So you want somebody who knows what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, I got a friend, man. I got a friend that was telling me his dad killed somebody. He said that his dad killed somebody like that.
Bad
And he
batch
was
of
telling me
moonshine.
that his dad like even knew about it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I ain't about that life.
I'd fuck you up if you gave me bad moonshine, Shotty. I don't care, blind or not. I'd find you and I'd beat the fuck out of you with my stick. You son of a bitch. I'm blind now because of you. You know?
I don't try to fuck around with nothing like that.
Yeah.
I'm not really like that big into moonshine, man. I've drank the fuck out of it before, especially at like parties and festivals and shit. I'm just not about that hangover life no more, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It takes a lot out of you too. It's not like easy drinking. It's not like sipping. I mean, well, I guess you have to sip it because it's so powerful, but that's kind of rough if you're drinking that every day. Jeez.
Oh my god, it kills somebody quick.
Yeah.
I've gotten drunk on moonshine before and ended up fucking butt naked on the side of the road.
I got drunk one time in college and I went to sleep in somebody's car. I woke up and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing in this car?
Damn.
They just left the car open and I was so drunk. It's like, oh, here's a good place to sleep.
Damn.
Can you imagine if I would have got caught? It would have like got, breaking into a vehicle or probably attempted, vehicle.
You woke up before they did.
Yeah, got the fuck out of Dodge.
I bet she was like, where the fuck am I at?
Yeah. That was a bad thing. Like, I'd go up to college or go up to my frat house when nobody was around, like in the summertime, and just the summer school dudes were there. And they were always fucking partying. And the whole campus was fucking dead because it was summer school. But there's a shitload of people that partied and didn't give a fuck. So I'd go down there to the frat house, like on a long weekend and just fucking rip it up. And fuck. It's like I didn't get enough during the school year. I have to go back up to school to party, during the summer. Like what's the logic there?
None.
Yeah.
I'll drink again when the timing's right, but I'm not just trying to drink just to drink by myself,
Yeah.
and be like snaggy. Dude, I think reality's starting to hit snaggy. What do you think? We need to. You know how you've talked about starting parlays before on YouTube?
Yeah.
I've been thinking more and more into that, bro. We should start a parlay over and under what the judge will give Snaggy.
That's an easy one. He's getting probation. They ain't gonna give him shit. But
No
you know
jail
what?
time.
Let that thing play out because we can sit here and pontificate like what fucking AD does. He fucking tries to get content off it, and he's going away for 11 years. Oh, Snaggy's such a bad person. He harassed my family. That motherfucker is a lying son of a bitch. Anything he says out of his mouth is either an exaggeration, an outright lie, or just total bullshit. That guy comes on here because he's got nothing better to do except spew his fucking misery. Don't fucking give that asshole the time of day. Fuck you, AD, in case you're listening. That's what I say. But, play that Old Smoky. Let's see what they're doing there.
I'm gonna hit up this Sugarlands. I've been to Sugarlands a few times too.
Is
it's
that
a lot
by
cooler.
Pigeon Forge?
You ever been to Dirty Myrtle?
No.
It looks like we're gonna have a little half mount. If everybody slides close to the alcohol, I don't have to yell nearly as loud at my throat. Thank you. Good glasses. He's like, I put on deodorant just for this. We did. Let's talk about you. We know you need good.
Magnolia, have you ever tried doing some backyard distilling? If you're in the area of Pigeon Forge, I'm wondering if you got that in your.
Is that the Ozark Mountains where you're at?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, he said. This is like really the only drinking there is. There's not much. Yeah, there's not much nightlife, you know?
Yeah. You know, there's a big problem with those microbreweries, those draft pubs and stuff. They oversaturated the market. And a lot of them are going belly up in the Chicago area. And these microbreweries, they realize that, you know, you can only make so much and the profit margin isn't there. So what they're doing is they open up these, they call them, mead halls or, you know, tasting rooms and stuff. You know, they'll get some adjacent property, either a strip mall, you know, little area, and they associate it with the with their, you know, microbrewery, you know, to test it and stuff, you know, or for people to, you know, try out their stuff. I don't know how the liquor license works. There's one place near me in Illinois, and they've got a place across the street from their microbrew, and they call it a mead hall or something like that. Basically a bar, a cheap bar with picnic tables, and they sell some food, and they just bring over a keg or something, and, you know, this is our wheat lager or whatever, and, you know, they got to do something to increase the revenue, because it's not there. It must be that these, you know, brewmeisters, they must command a high price, or either that or the real estate and equipment that they put into it. You know, it's just hard to break a buck or to make a buck if you got all this outset of money, you know, and you're only making, you know, $400 or $500 a night. You know, that doesn't even pay for, you know, all of the equipment. You got you know, $500,000 in piping and, you know, brew vats and shit. You have to pay that shit off. It has to be profitable. But what happened is they saturated the market. Every area in Illinois, you know, every suburb, you know, wants a trendy microbrew in their downtown. Well, they got it, but the only thing is, you know, it's not like people go to a microbrew every month or every week. It's kind of like a once a month or once a year, you know, type deal. So a lot of them are closing.
This happened like 5 days ago, I think. I seen something about it.
Following up tonight on a crash that left 7 people hurt in Gatlinburg.
We are learning from us more about how it happened, a scary sequence of events, and considering where it happened, even more people could have been hurt. First responders had to close down the parkway for several hours Sunday afternoon. We've been showing you these pictures from a person who was in downtown Gatlinburg at the time, with police cruisers blocking off the area and some of the cars apparently involved. Anyone who has visited Gatlinburg on a weekend in the spring can tell you that this spot between traffic lights 6 and 8 is often packed with visitors on the sidewalks, cars navigating the traffic, and people waiting to cross the street.
Now tonight, 6 News reporter Ella Wales brings us new information about what went wrong and what it was like for people nearby.
The Tennessee Highway Patrol tells us that early indications suggest a medical emergency could have
Well,
contributed.
I was hoping it would show more footage.
The crash happened shortly after 4 p.m. when a minivan driving on the parkway suddenly accelerated, hitting a pedestrian and several cars. Anoop Parjani owns a gift shop on the parkway and came outside right after the crash.
Just the whole.
Damn.
Huh. A Chicago cop got shot last night. She was a black woman, 36 years old. It's amazing. The cops will, any cop that's on duty and all of them that are off duty, they take their vehicle and go to the morgue, and then I don't know where they take. I don't know the procedure or the procession, but you know, you see like 10 miles of flashing cop cars. It's pretty awe-inspiring, or you know, to see it. It's pretty fucked up. No, what it is.
Hey, what's up, Runt Montauk?
They go from the hospital, then when they take the body to the morgue, and they do a procession. So, you know, a 5-mile procession of cop cars.
What about the autopsy?
With their lights on. I think they sabotaged her. She was chasing an armed suspect, and then somebody came out with an AR, and when he went into a house, and then somebody turned around and blasted her with a AR. I think that's what it was.
Damn.
Yeah.
You ever been to O Block?
Yeah, I've been through that area. We don't really call it O Block. I wouldn't know where O Block starts and ends, you know, because it's only a couple blocks or something. But yeah, that whole area.
It's just like an apartment complex, isn't it? Just
yeah, I think
like
it's a little bit more, but
yeah,
yeah,
apartment
it's
complex, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
New Buck fell asleep. I appreciate you
No.
coming up and talking, man.
No, fucking shit. I've been on the phone.
Is everything okay, Rich?
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. A good friend of mine's baby sister, she just found her dead with a needle in her arm.
Oh.
19 years old.
Oh, Jesus.
Just went to go check on her. Hadn't heard from her today.
Oh, boy.
I'll tell you what, man. Carolina Rebel is a fucking wild man.
Carolina Rebel?
You ever watched him, Joe?
Little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know what his deal is or whatever. But
I like him.
yeah,
He's a cool dude. I hadn't seen much of his stuff lately, like last
Yeah,
couple weeks.
he passed out and he passed out in Johnny's floor.
Carolina Rebel did.
Yeah.
Oh, that Rebel. The Rebel's wild, bro.
Have you squashed your beef with
Fucking her out,
Austin,
he is.
Rich?
With who?
Austin.
I mean, I don't really have beef with Austin. He's just, you know.
He was going hard in the paint with you a couple weeks ago, and
Was he? He has me blocked, so whatever he says, I can't see. So.
Okay.
He's a pussy. Like, that's...
Come on, Rich. Let's not
Words
start
hurt.
another beef.
You know.
Whatever you got between them, I hope you guys solve that stuff.
Oh,
because-
stop it, dude. He's fucking 3 fries. He's fucking a whole package of fries short of a Happy Meal. That
That's a
dude
little
sucked
low.
at even
That's a
doing
little
that.
over the top, Rich. Come on, let's not go that hard on him.
I thought you were talking
I'm
about
try-
killing a
I'm-
cowboy, Shelly, not a rebel.
I don't think I've ever rode the slingshot Magnolia Queen. I'm not really good about riding things that make me puke. Like
Yes, Runt.
slingshot sounds.
Yes,
Buddy, can you
Slingshot
hear me?
sounds fun. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Slingshot sounds fun, but it sounds scary.
Slingshot.
I don't want to be slingshot nowhere. I bet it would be like adrenaline rush like hell though.
Joe, can you
Yeah,
please
that's the Joe Barron.
Can you
Yes,
please
Runt.
tell Runt that you're fucking trolling about that?
Well, I embellished a little on it, but they did catch the guy, so I really shouldn't take all the credit. But I'll tell you, it was very close to my house that he
Oh,
was
really?
caught.
Okay. So there was a guy that escaped from.
Oh yeah,
And
the
that was
devil in the Ozarks.
Oh, wait a minute. So was he a serial killer or something?
He raped some chick. He's an ex-cop. Raped a chick and then killed somebody.
Wow.
And then escaped.
Hey, thanks,
Wow.
Kay. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate the happy birthday.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I appreciate everybody that said happy birthday too.
I didn't even know that there's thousands of caves in Arkansas. Like
Really?
Yeah, man. You took away a potential threat from, people in the chat.
Well, if he was
Like-
in caves, I would think that I saved spelunkers. Like people, cave explorers. Like what if some cave explorers were exploring caves and then all of a sudden an inmate
Jesus.
comes in there and is like,
How
hey.
often do you get the chance to use the word spelunkers?
I've been waiting years.
I
Rich.
think that the whole thing was a setup so you could say spelunkers.
Spelunking. I laid a spelunker in the toilet this morning.
That's lovely. I'm glad to know that you're good and regular there, Joe.
Stalagmites and stalactites. I had both going, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yesterday, June 6th, was my birthday. I'll tell y'all like an interesting fact. I had an uncle that died the day I was born.
Shit.
Jeez. His
Yeah,
soul. You
isn't
got
it-
his soul, that means. You grabbed his soul. As he was checking out, you were checking in, man. Do you act like
and
him? Or like, do you got any mannerisms from him or anything? Do you know?
I mean, I never met him, so I really don't know.
I mean,
Well-
they both gay, so I mean that's
No, hell no, hell no. But it is kind of like crazy if you think about it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, Kay, I just hit live. I thought I'd give people a place to chat. I just wanted to see what was up in the YouTube streets. I figured I'd let the chat, inform me. Nickel G said, dropping a floater. Hey, thanks, Runt, and thanks, Magnolia and Kay.
Maggie, for short. She likes to
June 6th is my lovely, beautiful ex-wife's birthday.
Ooh, D-Day.
Such a great woman.
D-Day.
Yeah.
The storming. Did you storm her Normandy beach?
I mean, I obviously had 2 or 3 times, right? I got 3
Yeah.
kids, so yeah.
June 6th only comes around once a year, Nickel.
That's true. That's true.
He said, I've had 3 birthdays this year. It kind of feels that way, man. Time's flying.
Is he on that eat free at Applebee's on your birthday kick or some shit?
No, it's true. The older you get, the faster the years go.
That I can attest to that.
It seems like I have had 3 birthdays this year. Hey, hang on, guys, 1 second.
Yeah.
You know what is a total jag to do to somebody is like when you go to like one of those. I don't know if Applebee's does it, but you say, "Hey, give them a couple bucks. Hey, it's this person's birthday.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
they come with a,
Happy birthday from us.
Yeah. Oh,
Fuck you.
That's bad. Nobody's ever done that to me, and I don't think I've done that to anybody. But still, that's like bad. You know.
Yeah. I wonder if they pull Marmar out of the kitchen at the Roadhouse to do that. Because they do it. They make a big production of it at the Roadhouse. They throw a couple of yeehaws in there and some some boot scoops and some
Yeah, I think like those Texas Roadhouses, they're all owned by like corporations. Like
it's
that may be like a dozen other restaurants that they do that with.
It's funny you say that. There's one attached to that same corporation, and we just got one, and I haven't been there. My daughter says it's amazing, but it's called Bubba 33, and it's a sports bar concept. And she said it's set up inside just like the Roadhouse, like the building is identical.
Oh,
And yeah, so she said it's really good because they have. Are you familiar with Cheddar's?
Yes, I've seen them.
So it's kind of like a higher class Cheddar's. You can get like everything from brick oven pizza to some Chinese here. I mean, like everything.
Wow.
What are you talking about?
Watch this.
A place called Bubba 33.
I got that device, and I'm at the sports bar. And I'm able to turn off the TVs.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, this looks like a fucking awesome place.
Yeah.
I'd definitely drink here.
It looks like a Jimmy John's.
But it's funny,
It's like my type of hangout.
You got 7 widescreens TVs, and they're all going off. All of a sudden, it's like quiet.
You're like, what the fuck?
Joe Barron's here. He likes to eat in silence.
Yeah. Dude, I never got one of those things.
Where's this place at?
One. Have you seen that flipper? That device, the flipper?
You told me about that. What the hell does that
crazy.
do?
It does IR. It does IR. It does.
But what does it do? Turn off TVs?
Well, it can do that, yeah, obviously, but it's like a hacking tool. What's that? It's RFID, like reader and like programmer. It can do like garage doors. It can do, but it's got like a scanner and shit too. So like it can pick up signals.
Okay. Yeah.
Like it can, like I think there's something where it can like decrypt certain types of Wi-Fi encryption for like to get on Wi-Fi networks. Does all kinds of stuff.
Is it pricey?
No, it's not bad. It's a couple $100. I think it's like $200.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool.
That one that I had, it was a kit, and I was gonna do something with another YouTuber, like 10 years ago, and we were gonna video him, turning off shit and stuff. But so I had a bunch of them, but I gave some to some people in Chicago, and they would walk their dog. And in Chicago, the houses are 15 feet apart, and they're bungalows with a big old window, like in their living room, and you literally see what people are watching, TV. And this guy said he just walked by, and turn off people's TV while they're watching it, just like point and click, because that thing had like a 150 to 200 foot range.
Oh wow!
And it was not FCC compliant.
Yeah, in the light.
And that's why the range was so crazy on it. But
yeah, $200 here, Joe.
That's not bad.
It says it's a tiny piece of hardware with a curious personality of a cyber dolphin. It can interact with digital systems in real life and grow while you use it. Explore any kind of control system, RFID, radio protocols, debug hardware using GPIO pins. Dude, I mean, it's not going to tell you like all the shit you can do, but you can do some pretty wild shit.
That is something.
Oh, look, showing security. Dude, back in the day, I guess statute limitations, I had a damn red light changer.
I tried doing that too.
It worked in the
Was
area
it? Did
that
you
I
use
was
a
in.
strobe light?
Oh yeah. Well, it's not a strobe. It kind of looks like a strobe right up on it, but you couldn't tell like when you were like looking at it. Like,
What year were you fucking doing that? Recently?
Yeah, that's a crazy idea.
No, I was in college.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good 20.
I was like late 80s. I was trying that, and back then, there wasn't a lot of the technology, and it picked up the strobe light on the fire engine.
Trucks, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was somewhat of a strobe. Yeah.
Huh.
It's pretty. Oh, it's got NFC on there. I mean, dude, this is like one of those things. You know how they say that credit cards that have RFID in them, like the touch to pay stuff?
Uh-huh.
That's why they sell those wallets with RFID shielding on them. So, like, somebody can't be using a scanner like this to pick up any data like that.
Oh, I see.
It's like you could be behind somebody at the store, like to pay, and that thing could be crawling for RFID info.
Huh.
From your credit card?
Yeah. Yeah, bank card or whatever.
Holy shit.
Dude, I mean, this is crazy. They have all these what they call...
Yeah, I wouldn't want that guy to come back around and run.
They've got these prototyping boards.
Yeah, but what do you what's the video game module for the
I don't
flip?
know, dude. I mean, I'm sure it's just something stupid, but you can see how there's clearly... I think it's the only thing that limits you in what you can do is your own skill set.
Huh.
We can search things that you can do. Top 10 things. The Flipper Zero.
$244. I'm checking it out.
$199 is...
No, I'm checking out.
Oh. You buying it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah, and I'm getting the dev boards too.
There you go. Yeah, you can do all kinds of shit. All right, time to interact with sub-gigahertz devices. Can read, store, and emulate signals from devices operating in the sub-gigahertz radio frequency, such as garage door openers, smart lighting, remote controls. Read and emulate RFID tags. That's crazy.
262 would trip.
Emulate NFC tags. Control infrared devices. Act as a bad USB device. When connected to a computer, it can act as a human interface device, such as a keyboard, and run scripts to automate tasks. Oh my god. Explore and interact with hardware. Emulate iButton keys. Holy shit, dude. Analyze and test radio signals. Automate scripts to... Wow. Act as a signal generator. It's okay, Joe, let me read this to you now. It's important to remember that while Flipper Zero offers powerful capabilities, it should be used responsibly and ethically. Misuse can lead to legal consequences. Always ensure you have the necessary permissions to hack the fuck out of your neighbors. Now let's see what Reddit says.
That's a question for Rich, Nickel G.
What'd he say?
Has anybody heard from Jimmy Shank?
Why me? I haven't. No, he hadn't been on YouTube in forever.
Because I don't know the answer.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe his flu flared up.
The bug.
I don't think
The
you even
hills.
showed the good Jimmy one.
You know what I just found out the other day? The song Cotton Eye Joe is about STD.
What?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Oh my god.
Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
How
Isn't
come you
that
get older
something?
and find out like some shit that was even meant for kids at some point was like some perv shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puff
Yeah.
the
Like-
Magic Dragon.
Like the
That
shit
whole
they
song
snuck in
was-
Disney movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember that one song? I
Isn't
can't
that
remember,
something?
but it was about meth.
It's almost like they do it to keep adults entertained while they're watching the kids' movies.
Yeah. That's just like The Simpsons. Some of those jokes, there's no way a kid would know it, but
Well, I mean that's clearly an
Exactly.
adult show.
I was watching the fucking Pink Floyd The Wall whenever I was 7.
Good lord.
Yeah, no shit.
Then when you watch it the first time tripping, you're like, oh, okay. This makes more sense. Dude, the craziest fucking movie ever was Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yeah. The Wall made more sense the older you got, but it's still, it's what. Have you ever watched it, Joe?
I saw it in when it came out at the movie theater, and
No shit. I bet that'd be cool at the movie theater.
I wasn't a big Pink Floyd fan then, and the movie didn't move me. Like I didn't I turn into a Pink Floyd fan.
Yeah, it's
I
wild
don't
as
know.
fuck though.
Yeah, it was pretty fucked up. That Geldof was pretty good
Yeah.
in it. I thought he was.
It's intense.
I don't
Especially
know
if
that
you're
I've
tripping.
seen it. I don't think I've seen it actually.
No, really, it's intense.
Did you guys used to go to like midnight movies, like like
Yeah.
like what did you see? What did you go see? Like Rocky Horror Picture Show or like?
It's a little old for me.
Well, didn't they have like where the movie theaters were basically teenagers or people like dress up and act like fools like with Rocky Horror. If it wasn't that, like Pink Floyd, they used to do midnight showings, or the Kids Are All Right, The Who, or Led Zeppelin, Song Remains the Same. But what other shit would they play like for during your?
I went to a like a simulcast Metallica concert one time. That was pretty cool. But no, it wasn't a regular thing. It was something that it would have to be special, like a Star Wars opening, which I can't stand Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like
I've watched them all.
A special event type.
Or it'd be like a remake, like where they did like a digital retouch to an older movie, like cleaned it up in 4K or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
same thing happened in Paintsville, right?
Ron said COVID, dude. COVID, for all practical purposes, killed the damn movie business.
Yeah, it did.
It did
even to
everywhere,
this
didn't
day, I mean, people don't realize how big of an effect COVID has on the landscape of this country forever.
Yeah.
I was told that back in the 1970s, the famous Paintsville Sip Theater, after midnight, they would play porn.
Oh yeah. How about that?
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah, that's just kind of weird thinking about what could happen there, and then the next morning you take your kids to watch fucking Cars
matinee.
2 or some shit.
Yeah.
Mommy, these chairs are sticky.
Fucking.
I mean, the times were different back then.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of argue that the times are pretty much the same, other than technology. People talk about how, oh, this used to be such a safe neighborhood, and you didn't have all these weirdos. Yeah, you did, but you hear about it. You wouldn't hear about it that much. You hear about it every single time something happens today.
You're way more informed.
Yeah, because of the technology. So it's like, the way you consume media has changed, the way you communicate has changed. But I mean, in general, you know, sociology and human behavior is still the same. Certain things have become more acceptable, or as time has gone along. But I remember my grandma telling me the first time in a movie that somebody cursed, and it was just like, oh my God, the world's ending. This is insane. What's happening?
Yeah. Well, Mary Tyler Moore, they didn't want to put him in a queen bed, so they slept on single beds.
Yeah.
When the Brady Bunch came out, they slept in the same bed, and that was like, risque. The Brady Bunch, and they also there was something I read. I Dream of Jeannie, like her showing her belly button was groundbreaking.
Oh wow!
Isn't that weird?
Janet Jackson Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that was a slip. That was a nip slip, a planned nip slip. I think.
Yeah, you think that was planned? I think.
Yeah, maybe.
He ripped the tab too much, right?
I didn't need to see that, Ron. Yeah. The old hole in the popcorn trick.
Tyler Childers worked at the Paintsville movie theater there for a little while.
I could see him in a little bow tie taking tickets for some reason. After he's reformed and his wife got him into
marching. I look at it, it's inspiring. You know what I mean? It just shows you. It shows if you're willing to put the effort in and the work, you can go far.
Yeah, I mean that's music is odd. I mean
the thing I love about Tyler too is that he didn't use the Nashville scene. He dodged Nashville.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I love the most about his music is that it's all on his own. He didn't use Nashville's help. He put the work in on his own. He went around the country playing bar to bar.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of like Dave Matthews Band.
Can you imagine how much Nashville's offered Childers contract?
I mean, I'm sure a lot.
I bet. I'd like to. It makes me curious what the number is. What they probably offered him.
You never know. I mean, most of the deals. It's like Matthews. RCA was after them for like 8 years. They didn't sign a record deal forever. And kind of like the Grateful Dead, they grew their audience from fucking relentless touring and then allowing the audience to tape the shows and distribute tapes, and they're going to fucking Des Moines.
They let them patch in.
No, they don't. They didn't give soundboard feeds, but you had mics and shit. They allowed alt recording gear.
Have y'all ever heard of Gary Stewart?
No.
No.
Is he related to Marty Stewart?
No, you're gonna have to play some Gary Stewart right now, dude. He's from about an hour from here in Kentucky, and he could have made it huge, like extremely huge.
This guy. He's in Nashville. He plays at bars, makes big
money. No, dude. This is Gary Stewart. He didn't want to be huge and play big arenas and shit. He would rather play it in the bar room.
Well, I know, but that's like
hang on,
the
I'll tell
one
you
dude
what
you
song.
told me about. The
Tell
one
me
dude
some
from
songs.
Paintsville that, you know, you say he was really talented and he would go. He could make pretty good money, like playing the local bars.
This is more classic. You know what I mean? This
Yeah, all right.
is
Well,
more
okay,
like
so
back in the.
She's
Hang on a
Acting
second. I'll tell you what
Single.
song.
I'm Drinking Doubles.
Yeah,
I
don't.
think I've heard that.
Hang on. I'll tell
Drinking
you when to
Things,
play.
Empty Glass, Whiskey Trip, Out of Hand, Single Again, In Some Room Above the Street.
Here, I got you. I'm gonna send it in the back chat.
What's the name of it? I probably got it right here.
It's
Yeah,
called.
go ahead.
It's live. Play it. Quits. Gary Stewart live.
The live version.
He was an alcoholic. His son. I think his son shot himself. His wife
Shit.
died of cancer, and not longer after. Go back up. Type in "quits" live. This guy right here, man. They call him the king of the first one. They call him the king of the honky tonks.
I need to switch the account I'm on.
Yeah, an Eastern Kentucky boy right here. He was a You don't have to play it all. I was just showing you.
Alright.
He looks strung out though. Oh.
Yeah, he does. I want to hear
dude.
this. I think I've heard this before, just for a second.
Yeah, he sounds better, you know, on the recordings.
Yeah.
I could think it makes me proud, but I'm always.
Nah, I haven't heard it. Anyway. Oh, GS. Oh, Gurr Stewart.
Yeah, I've drunk so many beers. I can't even tell you how many beers I've drunk to his music.
Huh.
But yeah, that's the Eastern Kentucky boy, man.
Hell yeah.
There's been a lot of artists from around here.
Now we're on the right channel. What's the name of that shit? Viral. What was it?
I don't know
Viral-
how I got off on the. I don't know how I got off on the Gary Stewart tangent.
Ukrainian drones target Russian stocks of aviation kerosene, crushing blow to enemy. Oh, so now they're attacking the refineries in Russia with drones. That's today. Nice.
Hey, did you hear the Merle one?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. This one's good.
Melinda puts that big black strap on. She claps my cheeks possibly better than any man ever has. Melinda puts...
I think this is the best one, though.
Look, here's the thing. You guys keep coming at me like I'm supposed to be ashamed of my past decisions. But let me tell you something. When you've been fucked as many times as I have at Dillon State Park by John Westlake and being caught by the park ranger, what all I've been through, dealing with losing most of my colon and contracting AIDS, you can't tear me down, Mr. Picture of a Rusty Truck. Look, here's the thing. You guys keep coming at me.
Oh, God, dude. One last one here.
Listen here, I don't give a fuck what you think about my lifestyle. Who cares if my mom brings us meth? And who cares that I had sex with Josh Cole and got the clap? Do you think it's right that Johnny can have sex with men but I can't? Is it really any of your business, though? Listen here.
Bro. I mean, that's... And Martin's voice is spot on, too.
Or have other people gone through this where you meet someone and they're just hot. Well, and the more time goes on, they just start to look gross. When I met Mandy, she was just the most beautiful thing in the world. And now I just look at her and I cringe internally. It's like I would much rather watch porn on OnlyFans than have sex with her. Or have other people gone through this where you meet someone and they're...
This one's funny too.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's literally wild. You know what I mean? Like, I've just been sitting here enjoying life, drinking a little bit. And I watch Ice Mick call my girlfriend a water buffalo. And the more I look at her, the more I see it. Is it just me? Yo, what's up, guys?
Jesus.
Yo, what's up, guys? He does say that a lot.
Welcome back to the channel. That's what he says.
Hey, stay safe, front. Stay safe.
See you around.
See you around.
Dude, I wonder if this is really her picture that Isaac's live. It ended up being the cover photo of it later. See that woman there in the middle in the pink?
Yeah. Is that
really
is that her?
That's what Isaac said. Does she have a wonky eye? Yeah, something's wrong
Dude, I
with that
think
eye.
that is her, man.
There's no way, dude.
That's her. That's her.
Are you
dude.
serious?
I'm thinking back to her mugshot, and I can see it, bro. That's her.
Oh,
I can see the face. That's her, bro.
she's got a wonky eye.
That's her. That's
Looks
her,
like a
man.
fake eye almost.
I'm confident that's her.
Wow.
Merle's mom.
Beautiful lady.
Smash or pass, Joe?
Pass. Pass to you, Shirley.
To Newbuck.
Well,
I'll pass
tell
to
you,
Martin.
What Osmic said in his life was, he said you have to, one or the other. Trap House Tracy or Trap House Travis, white front to back or back to front fucking Tracy, or who was the other one, or this one here.
Hey, what's up, School's playlist?
So you had to pick one of the two, and I thought eat a bullet.
I will say, man, she must have a good heart for letting Martin not be homeless.
Has to.
Well, it's more a business arrangement, isn't it? You cut the grass, you take care of the kids, or he's probably got a list of things to do. Take out the garbage, burn the garbage, whatever. Some type of man semblance around the house. He's got chores to do in order to live there, I'm sure.
But I look at how crazy it is, bro, that she met this dude on the internet and she just automatically let him move in and having all them kids there.
Joe must have muted. Oh, there he is.
Is that not kind of like insane?
Yes.
Yeah. Big risk.
I mean, especially like did she not watch Martin on YouTube before she let him move in?
Well, she was probably a fan. No? I don't know.
Could be. Could be. Yeah, so what you were talking about...
Martin and Joe, that was pretty civil. Yeah,
well, Joe does it right. He takes his time, moves in, he'll get the door next time. He gets the buddy troll down, and then he can move in for the kill whenever.
It's just spitting facts. I went up there with certain facts I wanted to spit, and he let me spit them.
He was spitting.
Yeah.
He was spitting. Yeah. So what you were talking about, the Paintsville golf course.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
So no, Joe, it's a thing built into 2K where there is a golf course designer, so you can get on there and build your own golf course. And this guy went in that has a lot of time on his hands and literally built a 1-to-1 of the Paintsville golf course. And I saw he posted a thing, or maybe you sent it to me, Shotty, where he's working on a golf course now that's in Pikeville. But yeah, you could take any golf course to do it. Yeah, okay.
So it's user user submitted. Yeah, you use his.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
Yeah, and you can post them publicly. But yeah, there's lots of data points on golf courses for like those tools that exist now, like the GPS driven, like how many yards am I from the hole? Gives you the whole layout, the undulation of the greens, the whole 9 yards. So all the yardages and specs are somewhere online that clearly even a place like Paintsville to these courses that have been mapped out by the golf software companies. So he's just gone in and filled in, the different trees, the different, buildings,
Right.
stuff like that. Yeah.
He could put in billboards saying "fuck Johnny Gobble" and it would be in the game, right?
Good. Yeah.
So perhaps we can talk to him and submit to him some of our memes of Gobble.
Yeah.
We can insert that into the game.
Or you could just have like a turkey that randomly crossed every hole. If you hit the turkey,
nice.
Bonus points.
What if we turn like the whole apartment complex into a golf course?
Well, you could make it. You could put it on the side of it. You could put Mayfair Village on, the side of the 9th hole,
and have it so like each golfer, when they walk past each other, they shoulder check them like Keith Frazier.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I never shoulder checked Keith Frazier. That was a setup for the cops
Come
to come
on.
get me later.
Come on.
You want to swing on me?
Yeah,
Is that not meth or what? Is that not
was
meth or
having
what?
a bad
Whenever you
day.
think everything that happens in your day-to-day life, everything that happens is like premeditated against you.
Oh, yeah.
Is that not meth or what?
Be
Like everybody I've ever known on meth acts that way. Like everybody's premeditating against them.
The other day he was talking about not going out because people want to shoot him or some shit. I don't know. Something like that.
Hey,
remember when he said that Upchurch had a $100,000 bounty on his head or something? Dude,
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and he wanted $250 for him to
For his
stop.
channel? And
or
just go away.
something. Yeah.
Dude, he would roll through that 250 in fucking 3 months.
Yeah.
Oh God! Do y'all hear Joe's mic, or is it just my
The
headphones?
guy really thinks he's worth $250,000.
Yeah, the channel gross is $150 a month when it's monetized, so it's a pretty good ROI if you think about it. To recoup $25K, if you got $1,800 a year in income, yeah, it sounds like a pretty good investment. Was that about 13 years? Or no, shit, 13 years would be fucking. God, what am I smoking? That'd be 25. That'd be fucking 10 times that. Like 130 years. Sorry. You know what? I'm gonna see how retarded I am. Let's see if that's even close. Let's pull out a La Calculadora.
Well, my search for a cleaning lady went horrendous.
Tits up?
Yeah, it went pretty bad. So I found this chick, and she lives in an $800 camper.
Ah.
And she's been to prison for 2.5 years. And she was in a car accident, and the car went over an overpass, and she broke her neck and back.
Oh.
I did an eye roll, and I said, so that means you don't do yoga, right?
Oh my God. Dude.
And she didn't get that joke, but
yeah, no shit.
And the only good thing that I got out of it was she was telling me about, she used to work at a gas station, and the gas station, I guess, has a back room where they have the poker machines, you know.
Oh yeah, it's like my grandma's old store.
And
yeah.
the poker machines pay out.
Yeah.
And I said, how does that work? And she goes, well, they pay off the state trooper.
Oh,
he comes in on Tuesdays for his money.
Bro, no shit.
And I said, well, what about the local cops? Oh, they know to leave them alone because that's the state trooper's money roll.
That's there, yeah.
And she knew everybody. And like, if I would have recorded it, I could have, really got a bunch of people in trouble. But she like filled me in on like a half dozen people,
Everybody on the payroll
in this area, you know, the two Arabs that run the joint, and whenever I go into this gas station, like I could tell there's all kinds of misfits, and you know, like people like hanging out in front of the gas station. You know, they have these restaurant like almost like what you find at a booth, and it's outside, you know, and there's always people out there. It's always sketchy, you know. I always wonder if I need to lock my truck when I go inside, you know, or if somebody's gonna, you know, jump in my truck and take off.
Yeah.
But she cleaned for 3 hours. She lost custody of 3 of her kids. You know, I guess she called it adult daycare. You know, going away. She was a former meth addict 8 years ago, and I thought she had her shit together, but she cleaned for like 3 hours. She cleaned the fridge. She rearranged stuff not to my liking. You know, like she put milk sideways. You know, like so if that cap isn't on there good, you know, it's gonna fucking leak. Why not have a fucking, you know, put the milk
like she set it on its side?
Yeah, on its side because it fit. She goes, "Do you want all the drinks on one row?" I go, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And I thought you meant cans. Well, she put the fucking milk sideways. Who does that?
Wouldn't that take up more room unless you were stacking on top of it?
Yeah, it made no sense. She wasn't good at it.
Think about it.
Then
Taller,
she,
you're looking for width, not.
Yeah, I know. And then
Was
she
she
worked
blonde?
this cabinet, and she took everything out and, you know, cleaned it and, you know, put it all back. But I had cans in another cabinet. You know, I thought she'd like, you know, combine, you know, put canned food in one cabinet and stuff. But she didn't even get to the other cabinet. So it's like, you didn't help me here. You know, all you did was move some cans around. And then I have this one lower cabinet where I put all the bullshit stuff that I don't use. You know, like I found like a cake mixer. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do with it? I'm not a baker. I'm not gonna make cakes. And a bunch of like pots with lids and all this shit, and like bad kitchen gadgets. You know, carrot graters and, you know, weird cheese graters and stuff like that. And
Yeah, it's like ghetto pampered chef shit or something like.
yeah, it's like 1990s stuff you'd buy on QVC, you know. And I said, if you want this stuff, you know, take it with, get it the fuck out. And then she was asking me, like, what's this for? I said, I don't know. I just take it, get it out of here. If you don't know what it is, get it out of here.
What, did the people leave the shit at the house that you bought?
No, it's just all the shit that I took from Illinois and
I got you.
You know, threw it into a cabinet, and so she got through the kitchen. But then she leaves. She goes, "Oh, I have a chance to see my kid." Well, she didn't clean the kitchen floor. She didn't even do the mountain of dishes that I left for her. But she fucked up the fridge, cleaned out a cabinet, and didn't clean out the other cabinet, and left this, you know. So, needless to say, that was $40 spent.
Well, no wonder. $40 for a house clean? Jeez, that's nothing.
Well, she was only there for two hours, and she got through a cabinet and a fridge. She considered herself lucky.
My mom had a cleaning lady that would come over. Well, first of all, she had to clean the entire fucking house for her to come over to clean. Like it was
pre-clean. Yeah.
Yeah, so she would do all that. And she'd stay there for hours. Mom would fix her lunch. They'd be watching fucking soap opera. Just. And when my grandmother was in town, my grandmother would go. She would be in town at my parents' house like 3 or 4 months out of the year when she was still alive, until they drove each other crazy and she'd go back home. But she would go behind this lady and like, she hated her. She's like, "Why are you paying this?" I think part of the problem she was black and my grandmother was a tad racist. You know, honest, got it honestly. You know, back in the day, I guess she wasn't really racist, but I don't know. Anyway, it was wild. But no, what you were saying, my other grandma had a store, a convenience store without gas. there in Tennessee, and the back room was all poker machines and slot machines, and then they had pull tab games. And it was completely controlled by the sheriff of the town. If shit got hot, the sheriff would send his boys over with a damn truck. They'd load up the machines, and they'd come back in, a couple days, a week or two, whenever the coast was clear.
Wow.
Yeah.
I asked her, when she was telling me about the poker machines, I said, "Do you know a guy named Seeper? Does he come in there?" She goes, "Who? Seeper?" I said, "Never mind. Don't worry about it."
Yeah, how funny would that have been?
I know.
Dude, what the people are into around here is those fish tables. What do they call them? Fish table? I guess it's a game where the fish, something to do with fish, and I don't know. It's a gambling thing, but I mean, I know the people that play the shit are fucking obsessed with it.
Huh. That's not the game with the quarters and then it pushes,
No, it's not a coin pusher. No, it's like an electronic.
Have you seen chicken?
Chicken? No.
Yeah, like where you bet the chicken across the road.
Oh boy.
Without getting ran over, and you get higher and higher up.
All right, here we go. I'm looking up fish tables. Okay, yeah, it's something like this. So. So it's like, there's multiple players, and it's something, it's some sort of game, and it involves betting somehow.
What do the fish have to do? Is it a racing game kind of?
No, I think you can. I don't know. Maybe the bigger the fish you get, fuck if I know. If you're that interested, I'm sure we could figure it out. But yeah, I mean, people are obsessed with these things, and it has points that equal money, and it's gambling. But they've called this shit sweepstakes, which it's just like we've got an off-track betting place, right? And you can bet the ponies. And recently they brought in slot machines. They're full-blown slot machines. But they say that the odds of the slots are somehow tied to and based on historical finishes in horse races. Like how they merge those two together, I have no idea.
Wow.
But that's how they get away with the slot machines. But if you go to play it, I mean, it's just like playing slot machines in Vegas, which I love to gamble sometimes in Vegas, but I mean, slot machines to me are just fucking mindless.
Yeah.
I mean, I like slots, but I mean, I don't have the balls to play slots like I would want to, $500 a pull. Because that's how you win money in slots.
Yeah, by the big money. You're not going to win it with the load thing. But you don't last long. That's the thing. You want to spend a night and enjoy the night. And I couldn't see myself spending, $20 pulls.
My problem is, I would take $3,000 about to Vegas. I'd give my dad $1,500 and say, hey, if I call you, fucking wire me this, Western Union, whatever. And I'd start getting careful after $1,500. But if I lose $3,000, I'm going to be pissed. If I end up winning $5,000, that's great, but it's not going to change my life. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I don't have the balls to bet big enough to where it makes a difference.
Yeah.
So, kind of. Last time I was in Vegas, I was just like, I'm going to chill at the pool and smoke on this vape pen that I got. 3 a.m. baby feedings. What up, motivated? I'm telling you, baby wise.
Yeah, I'm probably going to end this soon, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, been on it for 3 hours.
Well.
Yeah, I'd like to holler at you in the back chat though, if you don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. I might fire up a gaming stream and play some damn Paintsville Country Club or something.
All right, guys, run, motivate one-legger. Anybody that might be listening and everybody that come, I appreciate everybody. I'm going to end this shit. Good night, everybody, and happy 4th of July.
What?
Oh shit, Shotty's he's ready to fall asleep here.